Sunday, the 26th of November, the second day of Bombay racing season. I have a filly called Avi. She goes in the first race over a mile. At the moment, she's going nowhere. Let's hope she mends her habits.
Yeah. My first runner is Diva in the first race. She's got a habit of just missing the kick by 2 or 3 lengths. If she jumps well, she should win this race. The company is weak. I've beaten the likes of Come Back Please and Leo the Lion. The horse with a bit of form who's run a decent race is Lord Murphy. That's the only horse I have to beat. But I think my filly should win.
Talk to us through Lord Murphy's track work, and do you think Lord Murphy is going to make the board tomorrow?
Well, I hope he does win. He's worked well. He's looking well, and it's a small horse field, and no serious horse except Gold Diva is one decent horse that has been a winner, decently bred horse, and I think that's the only competition that I see. So I'm hoping that Lord Murphy makes it tomorrow. Thank you.
I'm riding Gold Diva in the first race, the class 5 mile. She runs with a nice chance. She's not facing much of a companion, but she's got a bit of issues of the start. If she takes a level start, I think she's got a very nice chance.
I have Bugatti running a 9 furlong. He's a staying sort of horse. He's run a good race in Pune. He had a bit of shins after that, and I've given him some time. I think he ran a big race, and he has a very good chance.
In the second race, I have a horse called Big Red. He won a race in Bangalore very impressively. Disappointed in Pune, is slightly sluggish at the gates. If he jumps well, I think he'll give Bugatti a fight.
All right, you've got Giant King competing at the races tomorrow. How good do you think are the chances for Giant King to win this?
Giant King, surprisingly, is really working well. He's come up after his last race, and he's running with the bottom weight, carrying 52 kilos. There's a horse, Bugatti, and Big Red to look into that race. But I'm sure he'll run a big race.
In the second race, I'm riding Giant King for Emnaradu. He's running a bottom weight. He's got a nice chance with the weights on his side. I think Bugatti is the horse everyone has to look for in the race. He's run a grand race in Pune in a mile. So I think that's my only live danger.
Okay.
In the third race, I have a horse called. Pride Angel, an old horse. He's been very consistent. But in this race, I have a horse called Christoffel. Yeah, he's a classic contender, so he's the horse to beat.
So I have Emperor Roderick and Christoffel running in a 7 furlong in class 2. Emperor Roderick is a really talented horse and somehow hasn't managed to really show his best. But I think the Bombay track will really suit him. Having said that, Christoffel is one of my good horses for the up and coming classics. He's worked well and hasn't raced in a while because he had a setback after the Bangalore summer. But I think he should go well.
Right, let's talk about how Rambler is doing. It has won once and it has come second in its last run in Pune. That was a distance of 1600, and tomorrow Rambler is running in a distance of 1400 meters. Tell me, how good are the chances for Rambler tomorrow?
Well, Rambler is he's kept up his form. He'd won a race, as you said, and run a second towards the end of the season. He's been working all right, and he's competing with some good horses. There are some youngsters. Christoffel is a really good horse. He's a very talented youngster who's done well on this track last Mumbai season. He's running after a gap, but if he's all right and if he's running to his best, I think he'll be the horse everyone will have to beat. And there are some other horses. Emperor Roderick also is a good upcoming 3-year-old, has won a race in Pune. And there are the usual other horses that he runs with. And he's beaten all of them in Pune, where he had run second. So I'm hoping that he puts up a good show again and wins.
All right.
In the third race, I've got 2 runners, Raffaello and It's My Time. Of course, there's Pacey's Christoffel in the race and Emperor Roderick. and Rambler too has got good form, who's beaten me last time. But it's my time. But work is working well. He's working very well, in fact, and I hope he can do the trick. Raffaello is looking very well. He'll also run a grand race.
Yeah, third race I'm riding Rambler for Sajan Shah in the 7 furlong. He's carrying a bit of less weight on his back. He's got a decent chance. I think Christopher is the live danger to every one of us. He's got a classic form. Let's see. We got to.
Talking about Lord and Master, who's relatively new at your stable and did pretty decently well in Pune. Tell me, how do you think Lord and Master is going to fare tomorrow?
Lord and Master is a really nice horse, but I'm still taking time to understand him fully. He's not a very straightforward horse, he doesn't run a very straightforward race, and he also has a share of problems. He did win a race. He ran well in Pune, but towards the end in his last outing, he ran below expectation. He didn't raise a fluent gallop. So I'm hoping that he puts up a good show this time, and he does well for us. Thank you.
All right, talk us about how Julius is working. Last run in Pune, placed second. How do you think Julius is going to fare tomorrow?
Well, I would like first of all to welcome everyone to the Bombay season, and hopefully the season will go very well. Julius is running a mile. He got beat to Enabler in the SA Poonawalla Million in his second start. He was still soft, and he's coming around. He's not at his 100% best, but I still think it's enough to win this race.
Yeah.
He's very talented.
Then in the fourth race, I have a horse called Diva. Of course, he's been placing all his starts is placed.
Yeah.
The last start he ran with Julius.
Yeah.
Julius was giving 4 kilos, the only half a kilo. Julius is better placed than me on the scale.
Yeah.
So it's tussle between Julius and me. Yeah.
I have Vincent Van Gogh running the Class 3 mile. He's had a bit of a checkered career. So I think we need to start him off somewhere, though I feel that the mile might be a little sharper for him, and he's taking on some nice 3-year-olds, who have a classic campaign ahead. The horse is well, and he should put up a good show, but difficult to beat, I think, Julius and Dream Alliance. I have Kanya Rashi running the Class 4 7 furlongs. He won his last start in Pune, going to the front. So he's come on for that run, and I'm hoping that he puts up a good show. He's feeling well, and 7 should not be a problem. We're quite confident that he should figure in the finish.
I have Azrinaz running. I'm taking on Kanya Rashi in that race. But Azrinaz is very, very talented, but a little hot-headed. But I think 7 is right up her alley, and let's see. Hopefully she should go through happily.
In the fifth race, I have 3 horses. I have a horse called Opus Dei, I have a horse called Sloane Square, and I have a horse called Millie running. My best chance would be Sloane Square. In this race also, I think it's a very competitive race. Anything can win.
Okay, so I have Angelo and Littorio running the Class 4 7. Littorio is clearly a very, very talented horse, but he's extremely nervous and doesn't seem to run too well during the race. But his work has been very good and very encouraging, and I'm hoping that he settles and he runs a good race.
I'm riding Azrinaz in the 5th race for Karthik Ganpati. She's a nice filly. She won in Pune, the 6 furlong million. She's running over a trip now, 7 furlong. I hope she gets the trip, and I'm quite confident she should get the trip. She's in good nick, and she runs with a great chance.
In the 6th race, I've got Champagne Smile. She's a fast filly. She'll be there in the thick of it. There's Mire and Mufasa and Sailor Mo of Naren's. but she'll go close.
Next we have is Bubbly Boy, who last time placed second and ran over a distance of 1200 meters, and tomorrow is running at the same distance. You think Bubbly Boy is going to repeat its magic again?
Bubbly Boy, he's in a great form. He's all the time on the board. He's running second, third. He's maintained his stamp very well. A horse to look out over there is Sunburst, but I think the Bombay State will suit him better, and I hope he does well.
King's Retreat is running the second start of his life, and I have Sunburst, who's running for the first time in her career. Both horses have worked well. King's Retreat, I still feel he's coming on, and he's a thick set sort of colt, and he's taking a bit of time, and but he's worked far better than he was in Pune, and should run a good race.
I have Madras Check running the maiden 6 furlong. She's a very hyper filly. We've given her a lot of time to settle down, and she seemed to have improved, and she has become a little calm. I'm just hoping that the long layoff should not bother her. She's relatively fit because we have been working her through the Pune season, and she's worked nicely again. It's a maiden set, so hopefully she puts up a good show and figures in the finish.
Boy for M. Naradu in the last race. He's run an impressive race last time out, which I was unlucky to win that race. This time he runs with a very nice chance. I'm drawn a bit badly, but I think that shouldn't be my threat. But he's faster of the gates. He runs with a nice chance.